Elaine, what made you come to Willmar? You grew up in Crookston. You'd had a couple of jobs. You were a New London Spicer. Uh, then you were here for a long time, and now you're retired. What brought you to Willmar?
That is quite the story. My first year of teaching was over in Marshfield, Wisconsin. And my husband and I both taught in the same building there. And then we really didn't care for the Wisconsin school system very well compared to Minnesota, so we wanted to come back. And my husband was going to go to grad school, and I got a job at Robbinsdale. And so we thought that was all going to work out great. And then the job opened in Willmar for my husband. And he came out and he was impressed with what he saw and wanted to take the job. And since it was June 2nd, I didn't think there would be any problem with me getting released from my contract in Robbinsdale. Well, no. So I taught there for a half a year, and he kind of commuted every other day. And at the end of the winter term, they finally released me from my contract, and the next day I started in New London. And when I was in New London teaching one day, Lowell Melby came in to the gym and asked me if I would consider coming to Willmar. And I was a little surprised, but he had already talked to the superintendent up there, and I did. And I've been very happy I did that.
Would that constitute an interview?
I think it was.
Pretty good. We don't tell stories like that anymore. When you look back, I guess that's, what do you think about it? Winning the state title.
After the first day of competition, Nancy Hellander and Beth were tied. And so they went into the second day, playing one group behind each other. And Nancy asked me if I would walk with her. And at that time, you could not coach on the course, but you could walk. So I would kind of run over and see how Beth was doing and then be back with Nancy. And she was coming in really well. And when we came in, and the other four were there, they looked at me and they said, "What was her score?" And they said, "We won, can you believe it?" And so there was a lot of jumping up and down and yelling, but it was tremendous.
You had 300 girls out for gymnastics, is that right?
At one time.
How did you run that?
Well, I did get an assistant. I taught balance beam routines over the microphone on the stripes on the gym floor because that way nobody fell off. And we had the carpenter of the school system made me some balance beams, some little ones, and we had one big one. And so they had to just rotate through. After a few years, then we split it so that we had junior high and senior high, and then Carol Wagner ended up coaching the high school, and I took the junior high since I was teaching in the junior high, and it worked out really nice.
What was it like moving into the brand new junior high?
Nice. It was all mine. It was a very nice school. It was a nice big gym, and we had the pool, and we had nice facilities outside. Except the seagulls sometimes landed on our field and we had to chase them off. But then Margaret Hanneman came to teach with me, so we had a wonderful time. If anybody knows Margaret, there's always a laugh. It's always a joy to work together when we had fun doing it, and that was true.
You coached golf for a long time. Was that your favorite sport?
Yes, golf was my baby. I like to play golf. I love to help the girls improve, and you could see it, and they'd be so excited about what they accomplished. They still did that in gymnastics, but gymnastics got to the point where they were the same size as I was. And I would be catching them, and we'd both fall, and I then went into officiating the gymnastics and did that for, too many years. And then I was the meet referee for the section up by Brainerd and so forth. And that was 10 or 12 years that I did that. And I love to watch gymnastics, but I loved to coach golf.
Were you a good golfer yourself?
My husband gave me golf clubs as a wedding present. I took that as either learn this sport or you're going to be lonesome. And we still play lots of golf together.
Well, super. That's a good deal. When you think ahead, what do you think girls' athletics are going to have to do to continue to be strong and get better?
You need participation. The students need to be devoted to making themselves better. And they have to realize it's fun, and like the golf, it's a lifetime sport. You can play it and play it and play it.
My finding is that you get worse over time, though.
Well, maybe you don't have to remember them.
I would agree with that. Cardinal Pride's honoring you. It's among a lot of other honors that you've had over the course of your life and your career. How do you feel about that?
I'm grateful. I really feel that I gave an awful lot to Willmar, and now they're giving back. So thank you.
In a career that spanned a few years like yours did, I'm sure there are people you'd like to, who mentored you and were friends and coached with you. Is there anybody you'd like to mention that over the course of your career that you'd like to say thanks to?
Well, the first person will have to be my husband. He not only gave me the golf clubs so that I took up the sport, but he also took care of the twins and helped me during all the practices and the away meets and all that. The next person would be Lowell Melby. I was so thankful that he came up to New London and snatched me away, but it was a wonderful school to teach in, and I always felt that I could pick up the phone and call him at any time. So not only was he my superintendent, he was also my friend. And when he asked me to start the program in 1972, there was no question that I would do it. And I'm thankful I did.
You still have family in the area?
Yes, my son Todd works here. He works for the state. His office is in Willmar. And I have a junior granddaughter, or a daughter who is a junior in high school here at Willmar High School. A grandson who is a 9th grader, and another one who is a 7th grader, and a little girl in 4th grade. So the Willmar school system is going to be affected by an Engle for a little while. And then Todd's twin brother is in the Twin Cities. He's a draftsman. He went through Ridgewater drafting program here and then Dunwoody, and now he works at Dunham Associates in the Twin Cities.
You have a few years of activities left to go to, don't you?
Yes.
With those grandchildren.
Yes, those, and also I'm still officiating, so you'll see me on the pool deck for a while yet. I haven't broken my whistle, so I'll stay around.
Elaine, thank you very much for coming to visit with me today. I really appreciate it, and it's really nice to get to know you a little bit. I hope you enjoy being part of the Cardinal Pride Hall of Fame version 2011. And good luck to you.
Thank you so much for having me here today, for inducting me into the Hall of Fame, and for having this wonderful school system to work through.
Hello, I'm Mary Ammon, Cardinal Pride President. Cardinal Pride is the proud sponsor of the Willmar High School Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame originated in 2002, linking outstanding athletic achievements of the past with the Willmar High School student of today. The recognition of these individuals not only honors their achievements, but inspires today's athlete to do their best. Help us keep this dream alive by joining Cardinal Pride. Your annual membership goes directly to the support of Willmar Public School athletics in the form of new uniforms, equipment, and other subsidies. If you enjoy our athletic programs, we would be honored for you to join us. Information on Cardinal Pride can be found on the high school website under the Athletics menu. Congratulations on your induction into the 2011 Hall of Fame, Coach Engle and Coach Miller.